You start walking mine.
We'll meet in the middle.
Everybody vote.
Yes.
Need that old Georgia pine.
We gain a lot of ground.
Yep, high five. Good job.
I was lost and incomplete. I didn't know where I should go. 1,000 pounds upon my soul, and you came from nowhere, and everything fell into place. You make it better every day. You take me away.
Hi guys.
Hey,
I'm Ashley.
I'm Rachel. And before we get started, we just wanted to see if you wouldn't mind subscribing and giving us a thumbs up on this video. We'd appreciate it. We're almost to 100. We'd like to eventually get to 1,000.
Yeah, that's the dream.
Yeah.
We might do something special for that 1,000.
We're doing something special for the 100 and then something really special for the 1,000. Don't know what it is. Are taking suggestions.
Yeah, if you want to leave us a comment what we should do when we hit 1,000 subscribers.
Yes, every time you subscribe, leave a comment or a message saying what you want to see when we get to 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah. So today, what are we talking about, Rachel?
We're going to be talking about things that not all, but some straight relationships may take for granted that they're able to do, because we love you guys, whether you're straight, gay, whatever, we love you. But there are some things that the straight couples we love can do that we can't really always get away with.
And maybe they don't think about, because I've talked to people about it before and they're just like, oh, I never thought about that.
Yeah.
And yeah, so we are here to shed light on this situation.
So I don't know if this will be considered part of our birds and the birds, maybe, don't know.
Yeah, just something we kind of want to talk about.
Yeah.
Maybe enlighten some people. So number one is vacation anywhere.
Yeah, there are certain
world.
places, yeah.
I mean, obviously not everybody can vacation everywhere because
Well, no.
there's really dangerous parts of the earth,
But you have more options when choosing a destination than we do.
right, because in some countries, like,
Even in some states, we wouldn't be as welcome as,
right, or we have to hide the affection,
yeah.
like the lower states, perhaps, and places like Russia.
Definitely in Russia.
Yeah, we're very ostracized in Russia.
So, like, they're beautiful places, Russia. I'm not sure how it is in Israel, to be quite honest.
I'm not sure
I
either.
don't imagine it'd be great, but if it is and you've been there, let us know.
I'd like to hear about that.
We are definitely travelers, though, and we like to go wherever we can and as often as we can.
Yeah.
But it kind of can be tricky when we're thinking about future vacations and having to think, oh, are we safe there?
Right.
Whereas our straight parents or straight friends don't really have to take that into consideration.
Right, and especially considering we're two girls, we're a lot more susceptible to violence, I think.
Yeah, like we don't seem as strong.
Yeah, not as threatening
Yeah.
as a man and a woman. Healthcare.
Oh, that is rough. I don't know if it's still as much that way anymore.
Yeah, it's a little more lenient, but like...
But is it going to stay that way?
Yeah, before. I'm sure in some more conservative places.
It may not.
Because I get funny looks whenever, like, if she's in the hospital and they're doing, what do you call it? Intake or whatever.
Yeah.
And I have to explain who I am to her. And then it's a whole situation where you have to, like, talk about it. It's not just assumed that you're together.
No.
It's like, are you her sister?
Is this your sister?
Oh, yeah.
Your friend?
Right.
I don't think you've ever gotten mom before because you don't look at all of them.
You never know. General, like, oh, my favorite is, I think you know, when the doctor asks you, are you pregnant?
Yeah.
You risk you being pregnant. Are you on birth control?
My Aunt Mandy took me to one of my last visits because, if you guys don't know, I did have a kidney transplant in March. She took me to one of the visits and he wanted to put me on a different medicine in case I ever wanted to have a baby. Again, if you don't know, I've also lost a baby. There's no chance of me wanting to have another baby. But he asked me if there was any chance I was already pregnant. I said no. And I tried not to laugh, but I'm someone who really can't hold back laughter. So I started hysterically laughing. The doctor and Aunt Mandy probably thought I was crazy.
I can imagine.
But that's another thing that's a woman's issue altogether, when you're like, no, I'm sure I don't want kids, and then a male doctor's telling you, you might change your mind.
Yeah.
No, I won't.
I mean, big issue different day.
Yeah. Okay.
We need more time to talk about that one.
Not that we don't maybe want kids later,
Yeah.
but it'd be adoption.
On the job search, sometimes if you don't look a specific stereotype of what your gender is supposed to look like.
Yeah.
Luckily, I haven't had this situation.
I don't think either of us really have, because I don't think.
Well, yeah, but you're pretty feminine.
Well,
So
yeah.
it's just assumed that you would be straight. Right.
Yeah.
But for some people who don't absolutely look their gender, many companies might say that they're inclusive, but also looks play a big part on how companies decide who they're going to employ.
It's sad,
So-
but it's true.
It may not be outwardly conscious, but it could be in the back of somebody's mind if it's between you and some other person that looks more normal.
And if they assume you're straight and then later on find out you're not, it hasn't happened to me or you,
Right.
but there have been people who have been fired.
Now it's even becoming more, they actually are wanting to pass a law that enables people to discriminate against LGBT
Yeah.
in the job, in the workforce.
So so they wouldn't have to basically find a different reason to fire you. They could just be like, you're gay and I don't like that, see ya.
Yeah, it enables discrimination again.
Yeah, which is not what we want, guys.
No, so
We want to move
vote.
forward.
Everybody vote.
Yes.
So the number 4 is PDA. Not that all straight couples like go out and make out with each other or whatever. Not that I would openly do that because I'm a pretty
No.
private person, but
But this is considered too much PDA
in some
places.
people's eyes.
Yeah.
Okay, as a straight couple, you don't have to do what we have to do, where we have to go and evaluate the area before we can show affection. for
Yeah,
one
make sure
another.
it's safe.
Yeah, we have to check to see, do we have any dangers? Is there a danger
Around us.
zone around
Yeah.
us?
You have to think about what town we're in, what state we're in. Do we have people around us that are willing to stick up for us?
Yeah, do we think we can protect ourselves?
Yeah,
Are we in a safer environment just to even hold hands or look at each other
lovingly.
lovingly? Why do we keep doing that
I
to
don't
each
know.
other in every video? Okay, number 5, I guess that's all for PDA. Number 5 is representation in media.
Now it's getting better.
It has gotten so much better. I'm pretty sure that I read that like 8% of people on TV and media are are gay now.
8%.
8%.
That's an improvement, guys.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not quite sure what the percentage of people that are gay, like, in real life are. I think it's
Yeah.
pretty...
It's
Why do
still-
you keep doing that?
I don't know. I'm sorry, because I
Okay.
just like to touch you.
I think it's pretty close to 8%. It might be a little more than 8% of
It's-
actual people that's reporting. So it's probably closer to like 15, especially now.
Yeah.
A lot more people are coming out, but
That honestly is not even just about LGBT people. There's just not enough representation for people of different races.
Yeah, that's for
different
sure.
Religions, different
Yeah.
sexualities.
especially
all of
in the United States, it's just assumed that everybody is up until very, very recently, it's been
Yeah.
assumed that everybody's just a straight Christian white person most of the time.
Pretty much.
But we're working on that.
Yep.
So
I think YouTube's
go
helpful, actually.
YouTubers. Number 6. This one would be a good one for you to talk about.
Meeting the parents.
On a clean slate.
Yeah.
Okay,
where-
so think about, I guess I'll talk about it. Think about when a straight couple would be meeting the parents. They have no prior connotations to what is
acceptable,
What is
like-
the exception? Yeah.
Yeah, like, okay, so if you're straight and you're like, hey, mom, dad, I'm bringing this guy home to meet you.
They don't
Chances
think,
are-
they don't have any prior expectations
Yeah.
besides it being a male person.
Well, I mean, a good person
Well,
in their
yeah.
hopes, obviously. But if you're to say, if you're a girl and you're just gonna say, hey, mom, dad, I'm bringing this girl home I really want you to meet.
They've already got that
This girl
idea.
turned my baby girl gay kind of look.
Maybe. I mean, it depends on your parents, but
Yeah,
there's
that's
a lot
true.
of times it's like, well, there's already that blanket of abnormality to some parents.
Yeah, because a lot of people just, I don't want to say a lot because it's gotten so much better, you guys. The fight has really, I don't know, it's brought equality to the forefront, but we're not completely equals yet, I guess.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people that are struggling to come out and stuff because of this.
People are still afraid, especially when they grow up in really conservative neighborhoods with really conservative parents.
Yeah. So there's that. There's going to be that, well, she's gay. Well, it's because.
Yeah.
The meeting the family, it has a completely different meaning, I think.
It's almost like you feel the pressure to try twice as hard to impress the girl you're falling for's parents.
Because you already think that they're thinking badly of you to begin with, depending on, like I said, the family. It all depends.
Now, I could not have been more lucky with Ashley's family because they're absolutely amazing. But I do know that there have been jokes that you've heard, and I don't know if it's about your family, but like when you were little, no matter who you're around, there were jokes that made you think negatively.
Well, yeah, and everything.
Same with me.
There was a lot of jokes back in the 90s and early 2000s from everybody that was just like, oh, that's gay.
Like gay was used as like this negative term when it's really not at all.
Yeah, and that also goes with the representation thing. You're not really demeaned for what you are when you're straight, I don't think.
Yeah.
Nobody's going out and be like, oh, you're so straight.
Yeah, that's not like a,
derogatory.
a dig at someone.
Yeah.
Quit being so straight, gosh.
I think it's number 7. Is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Yeah, number 7 is that your sexuality is
assumed correctly.
Yes.
I don't know why I rushed to that, but it's assumed correctly. I think this is a lot of the case with me because people always assume that I'm straight. Always.
Yeah.
Literally, never was there a time in my life when I was not assumed to be straight.
Probably even at Pride, you're like, what's that straight girl doing over here?
I love you.
I love you too. I think for me, it's been hit or miss. There have been people that have definitely guessed it before, just because I was such a tomboy. So, I mean, half of my family probably knew. And
not that every tomboy's,
Yeah,
okay.
But it's, like, if you're a tomboy, I'm sure it's discussed.
Yeah.
Like, at some point, it's discussed, well, maybe she's gay. I think mine's assumed correctly probably about 50% of the time, but that's just because
of the time.
Right, especially if you're like a feminine lesbian, you're probably assumed incorrectly most of the time, like you. And the last one, number 8.
See it.
I know you can't see it. Number 8 is you never have to come out to everybody.
Yeah. And
every person you meet. You don't have to tell them this huge thing about your life if you don't want to. I mean, I guess we don't have to if we don't want to either, but we also really want to be open about who we are.
Yeah, we don't want to feel like we have to hide. Closets are cramped and I'm claustrophobic, so claustrophobic.
There's too many clothes in there for me. But yeah, every day I feel like you have to come out to somebody different.
It's hard enough to come out to your family, but then having to re-come out every time you meet someone new.
Not that it's like shameful or anything.
No,
it's just something you have to reveal about yourself.
Yeah.
To nearly everybody you meet. Your boss, your friends, or new friends, or anybody that you're working with, or going to school with. Or
I just got a new job. That was
your
a big thing.
teachers. Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad that I only really work with one person, and she seems totally cool with it. She's awesome. But
yeah, I mean, people see a ring on your finger, and they ask you about your boyfriend.
Yeah, or fiance. And how did he ask you to marry him? And mind you, we're not engaged. It's a promise ring.
I like how you threw that in there. But it's just daily questions, daily things. I know you said. Daily things that you get asked where people will assume wrongly about you and you have to come out to them. And I don't think straight people think about that.
Yeah.
That we have to struggle with all the time.
Yeah, and I mean, again, it's not like we don't want people to know, it's just that, I don't know. I think that's where a lot of girls are gonna be like as soon as they realize they're lesbian, not all, but a lot are like, oh, I'm gonna cut my hair off and wear rainbows and...
Yeah, because you wanna be assumed correctly.
Yeah.
And not have to be like, I've told this to the 3rd person today.
Yeah. 3rd time I said this in 28, I was gonna say hours, I meant minutes, you know what I mean?
20 hours is still less than a day, so
well,
you're good. You're
that's
good.
True.
It's a long time to stay up, though.
I've been there, though. I used to go with like 3 hours of sleep. It's beside the point. All we're saying is, straight people, we love you so much.
Please understand our struggles.
And don't take how lucky you are to not have to do the things on this list for granted.
Yes. Because you're very fortunate.
Yeah.
But we are too.
We are. Just
We
in
got each other. Alright guys, we hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up if you liked it.
And leave comments letting us know what else you want to see.
We're gonna dance.
Apparently. And we will see you next Saturday. We are planning on doing a Dear Straight Guys video.
That should be fun. I can't wait.
It's just gonna be something silly, not anything to take too seriously. But
alright, we love you guys. We'll see you next
time.
week. Bye.
Bye.